Hello Flosstube, it's Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher. It is Friday, July 28th, 2023, and I'm coming at you with Flosstube number 42, and it is going to be a long one, I believe, so get comfortable, please. I have a ridiculous amount of starts, and I have some WIPs, and no finishes. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy a start parade, if there is such a thing. And let's see. Well, okay, let me just tell you, I was intending on having a little Stitchy date with Toasty today, and he was gonna work on his, I think his bullet bill from the Mario sampler by Choco Coco Stitch, and he had a little sprain on his wrist yesterday when riding someone else's scooter. So think, heaven above that it was not something worse. So I'm gonna do a floss tube instead, which is also a great option. And I wanted to talk to you today. Like, I really just want to, my last floss tube, I really had a lot to show you and to talk about. And I knew if I didn't do it then that I wouldn't do it probably for another couple weeks, and that was going to be too long. But it was a really busy day, and I was in and out of the house a lot and driving around and then coming back and filming more. So anyways, so I didn't really kind of talk to you guys as much as I wanted to, and yeah, so today I'm going to try to make up for that a little bit, although I do have a lot of content to show you. So because I was, kind of busy the last time, my first WIP that I'm going to show you, I actually forgot to show you where I was when I had last, shown this piece. And this is the candy shop that I had finished more recently. And where I had left off on Flosstube was about, I hadn't even done the girl yet, before I had shown my finish the last time. So if that's making sense. But yeah, and it kind of bugged me, like maybe it's like an OCD thing, I'm not sure. I'm sure a lot of cross stitchers have something resembling that. So yeah, I had done all of this about to there, and then I wanted to just get this finished, and so then I stitched the girl, and I was stitching here, and then I was stitching the shelves and the candy on the shelves and such, and then just kind of went down from there. And Mary Daydream Stitcher said that someone calls it like an old printer, like how the slow progress of an old printer. That's kind of, I think that's kind of more how I stitch, which is like a, just kind of going like this, it helps me make less mistakes, I've noticed through the years. So I go with that technique. So yeah, that was my candy shop finish. But yeah, I just kind of, whipped it out real fast once I got a hold of it again and decided I needed to finish it because I wanted to get to Animal Shop. So Animal Shop, or Animal Hospital rather, I have made some progress on that, and I'm stitching on a hand dyed by Rolanda 28 count opalescent Lugana with 3/2 floss. And let's see, so when I showed you last time on Flosstube, sorry, my fabric, okay, there we go. When I showed you last time, I believe I was about right here. Maybe I had stitched up here and stitched the cans, and I'd stitched the parrot, and I believe I had started on one of the cats. So since I talked to you last time a couple weeks ago, I've done everything else. And I almost got to a finish, but yeah, it was maybe just like I did everything that was my favorite part of it, and then I ended up doing a little experiment and adding this little snake guy, and I love him so much. My kids would call him a snick. So he is so cute, and I just love how he balances it, because there's a lot of cats and there's a parrot, but then there's no puppies and reptiles. So I just wanted to add something there, and I've decided I'm going to do a flower shop on over here instead of the shoe shop, and I'll show you that. But anyway, so I designed the little snake. The little snake. It was based off of a Soda Stitch, a Soda Stitch type of snake, because I knew I'd seen some snakes in Soda Stitch pieces before, and so I grabbed out a couple charts that I already had gotten to get some inspiration for how to keep the snake, like basically in continuity, I guess, with how Soda Stitch designs, with how Young designs. And so that's one of the snakes I found, and mine just has less, the head's not as big proportionally to the body, and I made like the the main body, I made it just like a little bit longer on mine. And then I also looked at this one, this little snake, so really cute. So in this piece, so this is Chicken Family, and you can find that on Soda Stitch Designs on Etsy. And I don't know what this one's called, so I apologize. I think this one is on, I think this possibly is on the Soda Stitch Designs on Etsy also, but I don't read the symbols up there, so I'd have to look it up on Google probably to translate and know what that's called. So anyways, so I love it, and I was going to show you what the flower shop looks like. So this is the flower shop. That's the one I want to do, and the end of the 3 shops that I'm planning. So the snake's going toward, a little jungle. So that was my back. So yeah, so there you go. Beautiful rainbow style fabric, and Rolanda's working hard trying to get us some varieties like that with some more kind of stripes, different type of designs, and they are awesome, like what she came up with lately, and I think she's going to try to do more, so woohoo. And let's see, another WIP that I've been working on is the Treasure Island Sal, and I did show this on Instagram if you're following me. I'm sorry, this is nothing new to you, but this is how far I've gotten on the Treasure Island Sal. So by Al Forest Embroidery. So I did, since the last time I've shown you, I believe I've finished the pirate ship, pirate treasure chest, all these, the kind of border areas with it's yellow and black. Last time I said green and black. So yeah, and I've done the crescent moon, and yeah, done Jim Hawkins now, and all that beautiful, is it like sort of like a gilded frame, something like that. beautiful, beautiful stuff. I love the flower designs around him, and he just looks like such a little proper gentleman. And he's really a tough cookie in the book. And I listened to let's see, a book on tape, Audible, as I stitched this, and I stitched other things too, but Neil Hunt is the narrator, and it was recorded in like 1988, I think. And I believe this Treasure Island was published in like, I think 1883, something like that. And yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. It was within about, you know, the 100-year mark of it that it was recorded, you know, so it's pretty sweet. But it was really entertaining. I mean, he has the British accent also, and does the voices of the characters really well. There was a different one that, a different Audible audiobook that, you know, it was good, and it had voice acting and everything. It was all different voice actors, and then it also had the like sound effects and things like that. And I was falling asleep to it. Like it had like ocean waves and stuff, and so I'm going. So yeah, so Neil Hunt definitely didn't have that effect on me. It was more, I was more engaged, and it wasn't as relaxing. So, but anyways, I love how all this is the variegated floss from Al Forest Embroidery that I'm using, and I just love how it's stitching up. It's just gorgeous. I love it so much. And you know, there are a few parts where I make sure I am picking out from the variegated floss the specific sections of color that I want to make sure match up correctly, like such as when the frame comes together when I'm stitching down this way and then I'm stitching down that way. So I will make adjustments here and there, but for the most part, it's a pretty seamless process with their variegated floss. It's beautiful. I just love it. So, and I just love that blue against the brown, the mocha. It's Weeks Dye Works 32 count mocha linen, and I just am in love with how it is with, you know, how it works with the blue, and even the yellow, and really everything just looks so beautiful. So just super pleased with it. So hope that was, you know, enough for you to see. Very gratuitous look at it, right? So, and this piece of fabric is no joke. It's very big, so I'm really looking forward to that. You know, the further releases. So I still have to do Long John Silver over here. I believe Captain Lively, or Dr. Lively, or Livesy, he's right here. And let's see, Billy Bones is over here. So pretty excited about those characters. Let's see. And we got a new printer, so that's good. Let's see, so the final piece on the 32 count will be 13 inches by 17 inches. So gives you an idea of what you're doing there. So since this is free, I can show you, you know, the Sal online. I can show you Long John Silver. And, you know, he doesn't have a peg leg, like I said last time. I don't... He has a cane, and he's always had a, like a crutch, rather. He has a crutch, not a cane. I will get it right one of these times. So he looks awesome. And then here is Dr. Livesey. He's got his... no, he's got his medicine bottles, and then, and he's just so friendly. I love Dr. Livesey. He's a great character. And there's Billy Bones with his rum. So very shady character, and I also love him. They need their foils. They need their contrasts. So let's see. What else? And I have been working on my model stitch from Northumberland Sampler House, charted by Northumberland Sampler House. and it is Lizzie Petty 1874 Scottish sampler. And last time I showed you, I believe I was here, and I hadn't finished this whole, you know, border, or, you know, rows. I guess it's a row, right? I think some people do say like these are borders, you know. Maybe someone who knows a lot or who knows those technicalities can let me know. And I've done this gray heart, the tree, the bird, her initials Lizzie Petty again, a little bird, plant motif, and then so Thomas Petty is her father, Betsy Petty, formerly Betsy McGregor or Elizabeth McGregor, David Petty, her brother, and Peter Petty, another brother, and she has sisters. So I was kind of curious why the brothers got the big initials along with the parents. So interesting, food for thought or something to study, I guess. But I love it, and it's beautiful, shaping up nicely. And stitching that on 36 count linen vanilla, hand dyed by Anita over at Northumberland Sampler House, and I just love it. It's so beautiful. I was really looking forward to seeing how the whole thing would look, because it didn't have the model stitch done yet, and we have, you know, this is the picture of the reproduction on the, you know, when you see the pattern, so it's not the whole thing. So I'm like just super excited, you know, that's coming to life right now. All of it, it's just beautiful, and I love these 3 rows down here. Oh, these colors are really beautiful together. So you know, and I'm stitching it 2/2 as per instructions. You know how Lizzie stitched it. So I just love how it's turning out. I love these colors. Beautiful, beautiful. So there you have it. Yeah, not my normal color palette per se, and it's just gorgeous. I just love it. It's, you know, it's a dream, you know. Stitching on it is just like, you know, I feel the nostalgia of it, of Scotland, and you know, little girl like studiously getting her stitching ready for school or for whatever purpose she was practicing. So you know, or maybe even for a record, you know, for her family and for herself. So let's see, and the next one that I worked on, I stitched a little bit on it. I'm always I'm always a slow starter. I swear, I don't really take off like a rocket on most things. I normally just take a while to kind of like get, you know, the groove and the feel of the piece, and then I'm like super into it. Well, there's gonna be loose threads on this one, sorry guys. So this is my next WIP, this beautiful fern fabric, 32 count by color and cotton linen. And this is a gift from Jordan the Tattooed Stitcher. It's Bianca Bella, and she says she doesn't see it often, and I don't see it often stitched. So super excited about the fabric that she chose with the color, the colorway. You know, just the regular called for floss, called for colors, and yeah, that's just part of her ribbon. You know, and it's looking beautiful. You know, great colors for this fabric. And yeah, did I say it was fern? The color's fern. So yeah, I'm like right there. So yeah, gonna be so pretty. So yeah, super happy about that I worked on that. I need to get more of it done before this Queen City Stitch Retreat. And so again, thank you, Jordan, for this. See, I was just, you know, like super shocked when I got that whole, you know, like the water lilies and the bead kit and everything, the bead packs. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, because that's the part that I would be like the most hesitant to get probably. So yeah, and then my next WIP is, I'm not gonna should I don't know, you guys have already kind of seen sorry, my threads. I guess I wouldn't blame you if you just turn it off right now and just, you know, move on, but to someone who has more together. But so I have done a little bit more on my Golden Fairy Pigs by Soda Stitch, and this is a Sal with Bernadette, just called Golden Fairy Pig Sal, and I am stitching this on a hand dyed by Rolanda. So yeah, and I've just basically Bernadette, she stitched these last two right here, and I was like, oh, and it kind of just like took care of like my need to like want to see this whole thing stitched, and it shouldn't have, okay, like I need to do it myself. So so I'm getting on stitching right here, and that's where I'm at right now, working on this area. So this and this, and I've stitched a little bit of this flower, but because I'm so excited to get to the next Golden Fairy Pig, which I love this little satisfied look on his face, and I love his bandana. But I'm trying to discipline myself, do this first, then move on to doing the Golden Fairy Pig. So sorry about the glare, guys. So when I've done all of these, and if you've watched previous Flosstubes, you have seen that. And the one I wanted to do the most is this one at the very, very end. And previously, when Young had, the designer of Soda Stitch, when she had released the artwork for this, it was a mushroom. So, and I was surprised that they all turned out to be on flowers, but that's okay. I absolutely love them. It makes sense for the continuity. So yeah, this is a 32 count hand dyed by Rolanda. I don't know if I said that. And I'm stitching it 2/2, which I absolutely love that, that combination. 32 count, 2/2. So yes, and my next WIP, and I'm not taking this out. I normally do, but on my last Flosstube, I believe I did show the whole, it was either the last, I think it was the last one, but I've started on where the witch is gonna go. So I did the whole top of this card here just to make sure I was measuring correctly. And then I'm starting the witch card. So yeah. Jordan gave me this, the Hansel and Gretel book cover needle minder, and she gave me the Poe needle minder on the Golden Fairy Pigs. So great stuff, great needle minders. I love them, I love looking at them. So yeah, and so this is on 32 count, let's see, Zweigart Summer Khaki linen. And this is the witch I'm talking about. And I've just done I'm doing a color conversion of purple for her cowl. And yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. I'm sure it'll be awesome. It's already looking great. I think I'll replace this pink with purple. Maybe I'll do that one pink instead of yellow. I don't know. We'll see. I have taken a lot of pink out and a lot of brown out, so we will see. Oh, and this is a Sal with Jordan Tattooed Stitcher, and she is doing the Alice card, the cards of Alice in Wonderland, and and they look awesome. And she's stitching hers on a blue linen, I believe. Yeah, I think so. I was like trying to decide if it was even weave or linen, but yeah, hers look great, and hers are cards of Alice in Wonderland, and then our Sal hashtag is cards of Soda Sal. If you want to look at that, and if the hashtags ever get back to normal on Twitter, right? Instagram. Okay. Okay, and I think that was it for my WIPs. Now the start parade. So I think I started 10 things, because I believe I got down, because I had this goal of getting down to like 30 below 30 WIPs, and I believe I got to 32 WIPs, and yeah, I didn't make it down below 30, and that's okay, you know. Like, it's for my enjoyment, right? And there were so many things that I was like, I really want to start that. So I just ended up starting what I wanted to start and throwing caution to the wind, and that's all right. I've had a lot of fun doing it. It just, Halloween is coming up, and you know, like there was Christmas in July, Jolly July, and so my first batch of starts that I did was the Glendon Place Phantom Plantation. I prepared for this last year. I got the Sullivan thread pack and everything. It's a 19.5 by 12 inch design on a 28 count fabric, and mine is a Lugana fabric by hand dyed by Rolanda. And there's my little start. It's the Vulture, and there's the fabric it'll be on. I stuffed this in the bag shamefully after I got my Sullivan pack. I wrapped the Sullivans with my Rolanda fabric. Whoops. So what happened? But there's the Vulture, so he's gonna be so fun. This whole thing's gonna be really fun. So looking forward to all of it. Every bit of it looks like a blast. So, and I was inspired by Steve from the Crafty Stitchers on Flosstube, and he is crafty old manic on Instagram, and he has just the greatest like pieces that he works on. He has great taste, and so I had been looking on his Instagram and was just like, oh my gosh. And Heather and Stitches is also on Instagram, or on she is on Instagram, but she's on the Flosstube channel with Steve, and they are really fun to watch, and they have great taste, both of them. You know, I love their dynamic. I love that they're such good friends. They were work friends, I believe, and like just stayed friends after that. And some of my best friends as an adult have been my work friends. I bond with people at work, so I get that. And then my next start is I switched the 14 count Aida out of a stocking kit for white Aida for a 14 count white opalescent Aida, and I changed the font, the personalization letters to what you know, kind of something I think I would like better, and maybe this young lady would like better. So I love this. It's Sharing Christmas. It's by Joan Elliott, and the company Good Shepherd sold that. I believe this is 1991 is the copyright on this. So I just love it. I think I'm gonna fill this in with like light blue, and I think I'm gonna make these blue, the bows blue, and I think maybe I will change the colors of the ornaments to kind of just different colors on the tree, because the color palette is just a little bit limited for to match the rest of the family's stockings. And in the future Flosstube, when I'm showing the stocking more completed, I will show the other family members' stockings. I have to show pictures of them because I've already given them away, but isn't that so sweet? The little Teddy, sleeping with a kitty. So this little girl picked the stocking out to go with her family's, and I just love it, and I am excited to do it. I think I'm most of the time a little closer to Christmas when I'm stitching stockings. Well, it gets me, I'm a little bit more in the mood to stitch Christmas. But yeah, so that's the font I'm going with. So that's an L. So I don't really know. It really worked well with a yellow color palette. So let me see. I think I showed this last time, but I'll show it again. So, you know, if just in case I haven't, and just in case maybe this is your first time watching. So it's from this book, Christmas Stockings in Cross Stitch by Cooler Design Studio. And this is, let's see, from 1992. Hey, about the same time of designing the era, I guess. So that's what it looks like with the yellow color palette. And I don't know if I will do this. I might figure out another border to go around the name because it is quite small for compared to the original font, and it does need to fill up that area. That'll be too empty for her cute little name. So I don't know if her mom would be okay if I said her name, so I'm gonna have to ask her mom permission. I think she'd be okay with it, but just in case, I will ask. Okay, and then my next start is this little guy. Oh my gosh, that could not be cuter. So it is Lovebirds by Primrose Cottage Stitches, designed by Katie Rogers. And this was sent to me by Steph at Total Stitch Show on Flosstube and Ducky Dame on Instagram. And it's a kind of like, I'm gonna pass it along. It was passed along to me. So Sarah, that's where I am stitching, had stitched hers and then passed the pattern on to Steph, and then Steph did that, stitched hers and passed it on to me, the chart on to me. So I will be passing it on to probably one of you. So yeah, it's really beautiful. I'm stitching on 36 count Northumberland Sampler House Mocha linen, and it's going to be 2.6 inches by 2.4 inches, so rather small, so it's going to fit right in this little hoop. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. So, and it'll be quick once I actually get going on it. Okay, and then I'm trying to remember if I made sure to tell all the fabric counts for everything I was showing. I'm pretty sure I did. Ugh, getting old. So then the next round of starts I did was with Bernadette and at Burn Stitches on Flosstube and Instagram, and Tattooed Stitcher Jordan. She's Flosstube and Instagram Tattooed Stitcher. So we all went wild, like had cross stitchers gone wild weekend where we decided we start 5 soda stitches. And you know, we got a lot of people into soda stitch, at least they're, you know, to dip their toe, and they got started. Like we're kind of like almost full on mania soda stitch ourselves, so we're like, okay, let's just like start a bunch of them, because like we're always like looking at all of them and you know, drooling, I guess, over them. And it's like hard not to start when you see so many great things that you want to start. So we just were like, let's do it. And it was so fun. Like we you know, talked about shows that we enjoyed, and the ladies, Jordan and Bernadette, I believe they were binging something together, or maybe it was Bernadette. We were just talking to her about it because we'd watched it before. So yeah, so it was fun. It was really fun. And okay, so my first one is The Secret Forest, and I think it's probably called something else on Soda Stitch Design on Etsy. I just got this chart before there was the digital download, but isn't that so sweet? Just love it. So I'm stitching mine on a 40 count Newcastle linen antique white, and it's going to be a 5 by 5 inch piece. And so the stitches are very small. I'm doing 1/2, and I just think it looks like a watercolor. I love it. It's very delicate. It's almost a little bit light, like a little bit lighter, because it's not as much coverage as I normally do, I guess. At least that's how it's turning out. So, and I don't know if I've done it on you know, stitched on a just white in quite some time. So yeah, so super pretty. So yeah, I'm about, you know, just about right here. You know, I'm getting real close to being able to do this. Yeah, so about ready for the fun part, for me at least, with the brighter colors. Oh boy, my kitty. So, and I'm really looking forward to, I don't want to show you the pattern because I'm not supposed to. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so this piece, the camping couple, I want to do also on the same piece of linen. Possibly, I don't know if I'm gonna frame it. I've seen Jordan do that, where she's stitched, you know, the like 2 separate pieces side by side, I believe, you know, just to make it a set, to make it a complete set, just on one piece of fabric. So I think that would be pretty cool. I think I could make that work, and I think it'd look neat. So I'm gonna just try it out, see if I like it, and if I want to keep them together. So yeah, so I got a pretty big piece of fabric from a, you know, commission I did a long time ago, because I normally wouldn't have gotten 40 count linen, but it was like to do something that this lady wanted me to do, you know, like a frame around. Anyway, I'll have to show. I think I actually did post it in community if you ever want to go look at it. It's one of those kind of family portrait, like with the wee little stitches style of people, and you know, I designed it to look like her kids and her husband, you know, and her, how they dress, and then I put like a wreath, or, you know, like the wreath frame around it. But to make the flowers as designed and, you know, detailed as I wanted, I needed to have something like a 40 count, so I could go like, you know, so it was like a 2/2 for that, and then or maybe it was 1/2 for that, and then for the family, I think it was like 4/4, something like that. So if I'm remembering correctly, I don't have the piece anymore, but I'm pretty sure that's what I did. Anyways, so then my next sew to start is little. Oh, and Bernadette and Jordan are doing Summer Holiday, and it's got it's kind of like supposed to be equivalent, for at least for me. The reason I did my Secret Forest is I wanted to do that one for a long time, and I kind of wanted to, like, you know, be sort of matching a little bit, like kind of go along with what they were doing, but something I had really wanted to do, so like a summer theme. But yeah, theirs is really cute. You should go look at theirs. So the next one is the Little Hair Shop, and all of us are selling this one together, and I just am in love with this piece. It is so cute. And I am stitching mine on a piece of fabric that Jordan gifted to me. Oh, come on. It's a 28 count. I believe it's Lugana Opalescent. Yeah, so she hand dyed this. So that's my start right there. Oh, meow. So I started all the way at the left. So yeah, so there it is. It's gonna look beautiful. I love this fabric. Isn't that pretty? There's a little more, like, kind of, I think it's a little more purple in it that's showing on the camera, but once more white is in there, it'll be more obvious. So I'm really cutting this one close. So I hope it makes it. I'm pretty sure it will, but it's like almost 1 3/4 inches from the edge on both sides it's supposed to be. So we'll see what happens. But so this is where I'm starting, is this little girl right here. I'm getting it right into there, and I've stitched a little bit of the white on her chair, and that's like all back stitch, the stripes. So yeah, very cute. I love all the little kittens in this piece. It is so adorable. I can't wait. I love this little kitten in this little, oh my goodness. And I love this little girl. She is so sweet. The kittens really like her too. And these 2 little sleeping. Oh my gosh. You guys, it is so cute. Okay. So there's the O&M. Oh, I've forgotten to say like which oh my gosh, I forgot to say like which flosses I'm using, but this one specifically, I believe I'm just doing CXC. So I'm using CXC on that one. And the previous one, I'm using CXC also. I think there's a couple DMC in there, so that's all right. The next one is the Sewing Rabbit. Really, really sweet. And Jordan is stitching this one with me, and Bernadette is stitching it's called A Good Washing Day. Oh, I don't have it out with me, but it is really cute too. It's got the whole clothesline thing, and then it has like different outfits and a little kitten or kitty right here in a dress. So it's like a laundry day for her. And this really looks like a laundry day to me also, but it's like, looks like it could be mending, but on a clothesline. So it's really close, and I absolutely love it. So, you know, obviously by Sew to Stitch, and this is, I'm stitching it on a 32 count Lugana hand dyed by Rolanda. Oh, actually it's a Jobelin. It's a Jobelin. Stop the presses. So yeah, so I love this, and there's my meager start, but I really spent a lot of time like picking out my flosses and such, and bobbinating and things like that, because I have so many new AMO and CXC that I really had to spend time doing that, you know, because they're not all sorted yet. But I'm using AMO on this one, and I'm stitching 2/2. I just love the 2/2 on 32 count. I think all of you knew this already, and I'm just late to the party, so. A lot of my training was on stockings, and most of the stocking kits were 14 count Aida, and the coverage was not great, and so I was doing those 4/1 because some of the floss was like really thin in the kits and such, and so yeah, like I just had different training, and I've been more used to that through, and then I changed it to like 3/1, and then 3/2, like when I went to linens and things like that. So, but I still love a good 3/1 on, you know, on a 14 count if I'm doing a stocking. I don't do 4/1 anymore, and you know, 3/2 when I'm using a linen or an even weave, 28 count. So my next one I've been wanting to do forever, and it's Fairy Village, and by Sew to Stitch, obviously, and I just love that. And I've started way at the top in the middle, and Jordan has already started this a while back before she and I met, and she said she'd get hers out and start doing a sal with me if I started mine. So I got that started. And I am stitching this on a hand dyed by Rolanda, and it is a 28 count Lugana. And yeah, there it is. There's my start. Isn't that adorable? Oh, well, the needle minder is adorable with the ladybug, and then this is just really bright and sunny, and I just love looking at it. I'm sorry about the wrinkly fabric, but I love looking at that. Isn't that just popping so beautifully? It's like glowing beautifully on this fabric. I love the yellows in this fabric. It's just so sunshiny and wonderful. And I think Mary Daydream Stitcher was saying it is impossible. And oh, and I think also Jamie Teeny Weeny Stitches was saying, I think both of them, I mean, they're friends, so I'm sure they've discussed this. But like, it's impossible to be unhappy or in a bad mood when you're stitching a soda, right? So maybe that's why I like to stitch them so much, because I like to be in a good mood. So, you know, anyways, so if you could imagine on this beautiful fabric, you know, that is just gonna be wonderful. I think I've been forgetting to tell you how big each of these are gonna be. I think I've told you a couple of them, but I think I got, you know, kind of excited when I got into the Sew to Stitches and lost track. So I'm gonna just, please forgive me, and I'm gonna go back really fast, and I'll tell you the Little Hair Shop is going to be 24 inches by 7 inches on the 28 count Lugana. And the sewing rabbit on the 32 count is going to be almost 18 inches by 7 inches. Okay, so there you have it. And the fairy village is going to be almost 12 and a half inches by about almost 15 and a half inches. So pretty sizable for a sew to stitch. So very exciting, and it's so beautiful. It's like gonna be worth it. Okay, my last sew to stitch start that we did. Let's see, Jordan and Bernadette they are stitching Ice Cream Ladies, and I don't have an example of that, but you should go check it out. Ice Cream Ladies, I don't think they've posted on Instagram yet, but for sure it's on the Sew to Stitch Design shop on Etsy. And I've already done that one, but to kind of match that one, am stitching ice cats. So it's really, ice cream cats called ice cats. And I believe that is also on the Sew to Stitch Design shop. If you want to go treat yourself to that. See? Treat yourself. You see that? No. Yeah. Do it. Stitch along with me. And our hashtag, I don't think I said yet, was called Start All the Sodas. Okay? So you can just join along with us, whatever you want to stitch, hashtag Start All the Sodas. So there's my gorgeous hand-dyed by Rolanda fabric I got a while back. And there's my little start. I started right in the middle on this one. And it is a 28 count Lugana. And I'm stitching 3/2. And I think I'm using mainly, wait a minute. I want to double check before I say, because AMO, mainly AMO, this one. And this is the cat that I started with. I love this kitty. I love this ice cream bar, and it's a strawberry flavor. And Jordan and Bernadette also started on the strawberry lady on theirs, and we all just didn't talk about it and just started on the middle one. And I don't always start in the middle, and I don't think they always start in the middle, so it's really fun. We're like, oh, you're starting on the strawberry too, awesome. So there it is, and it'll be really fun. The full just the coverage of the white. I love the coverage of the white with a color fabric behind it. It's just pops so great. It's so pretty, and I love how it looks when it's framed. So this fabric matches almost perfectly with the kind of that fuchsia maroon type of color, and then the orange. That's going to be super cute, and that reminds me a lot of my cat. My cat is kind of up to mischief and sort of naughty, but also adorable. So you love her. So let's see. And that was it for my starts. Can you believe it? And it's under 50 minutes. All right. So now I have planned starts, and there are not a lot right now, and that's okay. My cat's mourning. She's mourning that I don't have a lot of planned starts. Okay, so I've been talking to a lovely lady on Stitcher on Instagram who, oh, sorry, I lost my paper. Okay, so if I can remember correctly, her handle is Zebinz, so Zebinz, and she just has her name as like Zeb A. So she's from New Zealand, and I saw this piece. I've already shown this in haul, with this Heather Jardine 1933 sampler, New Zealand sampler, and I have talked about what's inside, the information with like her father having served in World War I under the Prince of Wales. So it's got really cool history. Edward, the Prince of Wales. So here's some of that. The picture that they show Hands Across the Sea sampler really charted and released this. And so I finally got my fabric together for it. And it's kind of, it's a little bit of a mystery fabric. So, but it is a 28 count linen. I mean, you can tell, right? All that texture. And I think maybe this is just cream color. And I got Zebin's, you know, approval of the colors that I chose, because she chose some just gorgeous colors for hers, like just kind of more bright. And I wanted to copy that or do something very similar to that. And so I showed her these and I said, you know, what do you think? Will this work? The DMC variegated. That's what I had on hand in my stash. She's like, oh, that's going to be, you know, she said something precious, something sweet to me. I think it was just like, that's going to be beautiful. Like, do it, you know? So yeah, that's so beautiful, right? I love that. And this fabric is just perfect for those bright colors somehow. I mean, it just works. It's lovely. So the parrots, I'm gonna probably stitch with that, some of that. But there's a couple parrots on there. I'm just looking forward to those. I think I might stitch those first, which is kind of not my normal. Normally I try to, you know, do the lettering first, which I don't think most people look forward to the lettering, but normally I try to. But I'm just so excited about the parrots. I just kind of want to do this first and then work my way around, you know. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm gonna start that soon. And then my next start that I have planned, I'm very excited also, is for the Bronte Sisters by the Little Stitcher. Let's see, yeah, and I think it's called the Little Stitch Shop on Etsy. So I needed a literary start again, I guess. So no, honestly, like Mary and I love to do sales together, but I feel like we don't like work on ours a lot that we do together. I don't know why, but I love to have something I'm stitching with her. She's just a very dear friend. So this is the one we chose, the Bronte Sisters. We both have gone on a Bronte binge lately, and you know, she discovered Jane Eyre, the Masterpiece Theater version of it with Toby Stephens and Ruth Wilson. And this is, I've shown this before a long time ago, maybe on my second Flosstube episode, but this is just an exquisite version of Jane Eyre. It's the music is beautiful, the style, the cinematography, the colors they choose. It is just a wonderful Jane Eyre. So if you ever want to check this out, please do, if you love period dramas. And so anyway, so Mary and I, we like got, well, so I've already like had this like Toby Stephens obsession ever since I watched that Jane Eyre. Like I just like, who is this guy? Like, he's amazing. So you know, just kind of like looked into whatever movies like looked interesting to me that he was in, and you know, just all kinds of things. You know, he's in different period dramas and things. And anyway, so Mary got really into looking at his material and, you know, what's out there, what his work. And he's, you know, she found Lost in Space on Netflix, and she's like, have you ever watched that? And I hadn't. I'd never seen it. You know, I'd seen the advertisements for it, and she's like, you probably would really enjoy it. So my husband and I just binged it. Like we loved it so much. Like he was so good in it. American accent, which is a little different, but it was a great story, and it was very well done. And well, we're gonna watch it again for sure, because that's how good it was. I'm not like super into sci-fi, so but it was such a great like family story, and the characters were pretty relatable. So yeah, so that was great. But yeah, so she and I definitely like we're like, okay, we gotta do a stitch then that's based on Bronte's. And And okay, so this is another, I've shown this before, but Vexed is a TV show that Toby Stephens did, and he is hilarious in this. And Mary watched that also, and so I had to watch it again because she was watching it, and you know, this is always entertaining to me. I just love it. So yeah, so if you ever, I mean, it's irreverent as it says. You're cheeky, irreverent, but it is so fun. And Toby Stephens actually, I believe that he said that in an interview that his character in Vexed is like the most like him of any character he's ever played, which honestly reminds me of like some of my family. So like I find it hilarious and I like understand it really well and I love it. So anyways, so yeah, so check that out. And we don't have a hashtag yet for the for the Bronte sisters, the little Stitcher designs, but it's on Etsy, and you know, go see if you are interested, and if you are, join us. I think we're starting August 1st, so I'm pretty sure we're in August. Okay, and then this is the fabric. I'm actually using the same fabric that Jordan gifted to me for this particular piece because it also went really well, coincidentally, with this one, which is a totally different color palette than the Heather Jardine. I'm sorry, these are not lined up great, you know, for show, but I got this, I kitted this up right before I started my Flosstube, but look at that cream color with those colors is going to be beautiful. Yes. So, floss toss successful. Oh. Okay. There we go. If you can kind of get an idea. I'm so sorry. It's like kind of all over the place. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a terrible floss toss. All right. So, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's like these colors, like it actually says like drab, brown, drab. It's funny. I need to be able to stitch also colors like that. And the piece is very playful and sweet, you know, like how it's, you know, how it's designed. It's really just, it is very sweet. And I like that. They're kind of shown a little more friendly than say like their brother Brownwell painted them. If you've ever seen that portrait that was painted of them that he, I think, turpentined himself out of. But yeah, so beautiful, beautiful. And their dad's parsonage there that we'll be stitching. So yeah, very pretty. Oh, so yeah, 28 count cream from the Just Mystery Fabric. Okay, and then I did warn you it's going to be a long one. So then I have haul. And I have a Stitchy Kindness that was a shock, and I will put I don't remember her handle off the top of my head from Instagram, but her I might actually pause and then go look it up before I show, because I know her name is Emily, but it's like one of those that's like different things kind of in the handle. Okay, so when I say different things, I mean different words. All right, so this is part of the rainbow experimental fabric that Rolanda did upon many requests from myself and Jordan and possibly others. So amazing. It's very beautiful. It's Lugana and a 28 count. And I just absolutely love it. I think I'm going to do maybe one of those soda stitch shops on this, possibly, maybe. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh my goodness, I forgot to say on the soda stitch shops, I'm doing a sale with Jamie Teeny Weeny Stitches, Mary D Dream Stitcher, Jordan Tattooed Stitcher, and Bernadette Burn Stitches. And it's called pop-up soda cell or soda pop-up cell. Soda pop-up cell. Okay. I might just edit that in when I'm doing the when I'm editing my video. Okay, so more hand-dyed by Rolanda. This, oh, look at that. That turns up really beautiful on the camera, doesn't it? Look at that. I believe this is a 32. Yep, this is a 32 count Lugana. And I just love this. I was thinking about giving it away, possibly. It was just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Who wouldn't want a Rolanda piece? Okay, and then this one, also hand-dyed by Rolanda, Opalescent, a Lugana 32 count. I really do just love that 32 count. So I am not sure what I'm going to put with this yet, but what do you guys think? It's green, it's earthy. It could have a Mirabilia or Bella Filipina, maybe. Okay, and then the last hand-dyed by Rolanda I got last couple weeks. 32 count Lugana. Just incredible. Oh, I love it so much. I have no idea what I'm gonna put with this. Sometimes it seems a shame to stitch on top of them. And oh my gosh, I forgot to mention I have had several new subscribers head my way, and I'm at 1,482 subscribers, I believe. So I'm getting close to 1,500 and to the giveaway, which I'm going to give away three things. Okay, so we'll see. Now that my sewing machine's broken, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do the mini pillow. But okay, so I got this, the 7th star wizard. Okay, look at that. I'm going to do this as a sell with Maggie. Kitschy Whips. She is so funny. I freaking love Maggie. Her videos, her episodes are always so entertaining. Like, I mean, and why she loves what she loves, you can tell she really loves it, and she's very passionate about what she's stitching on or what she's gonna stitch, her plans. So this is a Janlin kit, and it's, I probably will just use everything in the kit. It's a 14 count Aida. It's going to be 14 by 21 inches. Yeah, so got some blending filament in there. I love his double rainbow. Oh my gosh, and I showed my sons. My oldest son is 17. He just loves fantasy and he loves wizards, and he's like a, what do you call it? He's like a dungeon master. He does great like D&D sessions with his like cousins and friends and stuff, and he's just like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So I probably just give this to him, but yeah, she's gonna let me know when she wants to start, but I'll probably just start this with her whenever she's ready. She's got a lot on her plate with the Queen City Stitch Retreat and all that, and has kids, but no pressure. Look at that. Oh, it's glorious colors, right? Those are glorious colors. Popping on that black. Oh, the picture is never as good as how it actually turns out in person. Shoot, I'll probably turn this into my fair whenever I'm done with it. Not a lot of cross stitchers around here. I normally get something when I turn mine into the fair. Okay, so super looking forward to that. Okay, now I got a lot of soda haul. Oh, actually, before I show you my soda haul, I will show you that. Speaking of all my woes about my floss that I was talking about earlier, Jordan and Bernadette stepped me through this. Bernadette sent me the link quickly when I asked, how do you get the full the master box, the master set box. So she just sent me the link on Amazon and it was $25. So I'm going to get another couple of these, and so I'll have a master set for AMO, CXC, and DMC. So it'll be like way easier for me to kit things up. But that means I'm going to have to like bobbinate, and that means I'm going to actually have to like take the time to sit there and bobbinate. Like, I don't know when that's going to happen. So we'll see. But I have the plans. So it will happen one day. Okay, Soda Stitch haul. So the 4-season window, set. This is winter. Oh my goodness, absolutely love this. So when I got my printer fixed, or when I got my new printer, I printed out my haul. 4-season windows, fall. Oh, I'm in love with these. These are so precious. Love them. 4-season winter, summer. A bunny. I think it's a bunny doll she's holding. Oh, I love it. Kitty's sleeping. Young is a genius. I love her. I am so grateful for her presence in this world. 4-season window, spring. Look at that. He's playing the guitar. She's holding her flowers and kind of, hugging them, and the kitty's watching and enjoying listening to the music. That's what cats are like. Okay, whoa, that's vastly different. So Halloween cupcake. Oh, I love it. It's so funny. The eyeball and the witch leg sticking out. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then Hocus Pocus. Oh, he is so funny. His tongue sticking out. Shh, quiet. Halloween Black Cat. Oh, I love that one. Total Stitch Show. Steph said we've got to start stitching some Halloween together, some Soda Stitch together. And I want to do one of these, the cats and with the pumpkins. Steph, by the way, started her first Soda Stitch, which was the Sewing Cats. And hers is looking awesome. So, yes, she joined my first Soda Cell. So Flower Bunny. Oh, so sweet. Kind of feels more Easter-ish because of the bunnies, but I just love it. It could be any time. And then Sky Unicorn, classic. I feel like this is one of the kind of older Soda Stitch designs, maybe. But it's beautiful. I'll probably do it on a darker fabric, most likely. And then the Easter Bunny, which is kind of sweet, kind of primitive-ish. Yeah. Okay, well. And that's my hoop. Photoshopped. Okay, well, I mean, I did talk to you. I talked to you about our Mary's and my Toby Stevens obsession. I was trying to make sure I didn't say Toby Keith. But, yeah, so I talked to you about that. Oh, and I need to show you my Stitchy kindness, so. Okay, so Emily, on Instagram, her handle is my 12th house creations. Okay, so she and I geeked out on on baby mermaids that a particular designer had made, and it was released in a magazine, The World of Cross Stitching, like maybe 10 to 20 years ago. It was a long time ago. And we went on the hunt to see, if it was available anywhere else or what, issues and, might be in and things like that. So, I just love baby mermaids, and I don't know if I've shown before, but the Australian artist Peg Maltby designed some adorable baby mermaids, back in the 1940s. And I collected her books, and it reminded me, this designer, what she had made reminded me of Peg Maltby mermaids, baby mermaids. And her name is escaping me right now, the designer of the cross stitch. But anyway, so Emily and I talked about that a lot and, you know, searched for these things and inquired from DMC. So it was like a DMC release, I guess, in the world of cross stitching. Anyway, so she was just so kind, Emily, and wanted to just give me something because I had, you know, done this with her, tried to find this, you know, this pattern with her. So she sent me the Tiny Modernist terrarium, a night terrarium, and I love this piece. I have really admired this piece when I've seen people working on it on Instagram. And, you know, so she was like, well, if you want that, I will, you know, send it to you. And I was like, heck yeah, I'll take it. Thank you. You know, I mean, just who's going to turn that down, right? I mean, it's totally something I would make. So, and on top of just sending me the pattern, she kitted it up for me. So, you know, did the floss drops and everything and got them ready. And, like, look at these amazing colors. I love these colors. Oh, they're so beautiful. Summer colors. Ah, just for the soul, aren't they? And then she sent me this beautiful butterfly needle minder. Sorry. I'm like, oh, I'm like short circuiting after an hour. But yeah, this butterfly needle minder. And this card with the unicorn on it. This kind of, you know, sweet, classic, a little bit vintagey unicorn. So thank you, Emily, so much. I love it. And I think this is going to have to be my next new start. So I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe doing it on a navy blue. Maybe? I don't know. I do love it on the black though. It's pretty fabulous on the black. So we will see. But I believe that's it for me today. So thank you for visiting with me today. Thank you for checking out everything I had to show you. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. And possibly we'll see you on episode 43 when I'm at maybe 1,500 subscribers. Thank you for commenting.